Hello, my friends. Today's topic is going to be first aid for your pet. Not every bump or scratch means a trip to the vet. Here's how to solve minor oh no's at home. As pet owners, our furry friends get banged up and bitten, just like regular kids. Fortunately, many of these ailments are easily dealt with if you know what to do in the moment. These tips will help you triage and treat like a pro. So the first one is, if Fluffy takes a fall down the steps, what to do. If the animal starts to limp, but is still willing to put full weight on the leg, the likelihood of a break is pretty low. It's probably a soft tissue injury. Limit your pup's activity for a few days. Nix the walks and the park time. While it may seem helpful to give your pet an over-the-counter pain medicine like aspirin or ibuprofen, don't go there. These medicines can actually cause ulcers in your pet's stomach and damage to the kidney and the liver if not taken in the right dosage. When to call the vet. If there's obviously swelling, your pet isn't putting any weight on the limb, more thorough evaluations and x-rays may be needed to see what is wrong. So the next one is, and I'm reading from my notes, so if you find a tick in Fido's fur, what to do. Good old-fashioned tweezers are the best way to remove these pests. Get right at the base of the tick and kind of shimmy it out so you can get the full head and body. Once you remove the tick, drop it in a small jar with isopropyl alcohol, which will kill it and keep it intact, and mark the jar with the date. If your pet shows symptoms of a tick-borne illness later, looking at the tick will help your vet make a diagnosis. So, when to call the vet. While a single tick bite is rarely an urgent issue, if you notice fever, lethargy, joint pain, bleeding, or small areas of bleeding under the skin, see your vet to get your animal tested for diseases like Lyme disease and Rocky Mountain spotted fever. If you cut your fur baby's nails too short, causing bleeding. Compress the area with an absorbent cloth or paper towel for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then use astypic powder, which is the old-fashioned stuff that I know my dad used to use on his, if he nicked himself when he shaved. Styptic powder. And it'll help the blood coagulate faster. If the bleeding doesn't stop after 5 minutes, this could be a sign that the animal has an underlying bleeding disorder. So you might want to call the vet for that one. Also, if your pet has an orthopedic or neurological condition that makes it drag its foot, more tests may be needed along with pain relief medication, antibiotics, or, God forbid, surgery. So when to call the vet ASAP. Serious injuries are scary, but knowing the phone number and addresses of your local emergency vets ahead of time can save you precious seconds. And I know most of you have these numbers up on your refrigerator. I know I do. Number one, if your pet got hit by a car, even if your pet can walk away, it should be seen immediately. Call the nearest emergency clinic and give a heads up that you are coming. Your animal ate something suspicious. If your vet isn't familiar with the toxin, he may suggest calling the ASPCA Animal Poison Control Center. And the number is 888-426-4435. And I think there's a $65 consultation fee. And the fur was flying, trying to, and this happens in animal fights, Trying to break up animal fights puts you at risk of getting bitten. Once the fight is over, bring it in to the vet to be checked out. Sorry, I lost you there. So these are some of the first aid tips that I have found very useful. I just want to make a statement that I am not a vet, so I'm just passing these tips along to you. So I hope you enjoyed this, and have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.